Welcome to the Lowcountry Revolutionaries, the podcast that dives deep into the heart of Charleston, South Carolina's vibrant entrepreneurial scene. I'm your host, Bill Bellott, founder of Veritas Exoscience, and each week we're spotlighting the boldest innovators from the Chucktown startup community. These are the visionaries pouring their heart and soul into the businesses that are transferring Charleston into a global hub of creativity and American ingenuity. Get ready for raw, real conversations with the trailblazers shaping our city's future. Let's dive in. What advice would you give other entrepreneurs that are just starting out here in this exciting community?
Oh my gosh. Networking. There are countless networking groups in the area, from BNI, Business Networking International. I belong to that one.
Oh, nice.
Charleston Leaders. There's so many. And the advice would be, well, the temptation is to stay in our homes or in our small office or a rented office and just kind of work on our computers on our business. But really the magic is getting out and networking with people, and everyone here wants to help one another. So whether it's someone they know or they can use the service, it's great. And I think just a quick second piece of knowledge that I've learned is always surround yourself with people who are smarter than you.
True.
There is a tendency in entrepreneurship to fake it till you make it and kind of be this proud and have this big ego and kind of as a defensive mechanism. But honestly, you're going to get a lot further if you just speak less. We have one mouth and we have two ears, right?
Right.
God's telling us you got to listen more. Surround yourself with people who are smarter than you. Take their advice and do less of the radical cowboy stuff, and everything will work out a lot better. So those are my two things for the day, if I could offer.
Yeah, I think the first step is to find out, how unique your idea is. A lot of people have a lot of really good ideas, but there could be somebody who's already doing it, and you could join with them and learn a little bit, and then maybe branch out on your own later. But if nobody's doing what you're doing, it's good to network with people. It's good to know other people who at least have been doing business and especially nonprofit work, who can give you some guidance and some mentorship. There's a lot that goes into the nonprofit field that is not the same as a for-profit business. And so those things are good to know. You need a good board, you need solid people, you need passionate people, because you can teach skills, but you can't make somebody passionate. And so so I think those are things that really starting out, find out who's doing it, and if nobody, find out who can help you get yours done, and find those passionate people to help you, because you can't do it all.
Yeah, I will say for my first 3 years or so, I kind of kept myself in town. I worked from home out on Bees Ferry in West Ashley, as far as you can go within Charleston County. Didn't go to networking events. I just kind of kept my head down and worked hard. But I put myself out there a little bit this year by joining the Accelerator program, and I had a goal to go to one networking event a week. Whether or not the group was my ideal audience, it was just to make connections and meet people and really push myself and hone my networking skills. So I would say maybe just be vulnerable, set an aggressive goal for yourself, and just see where that takes you. I've my team has doubled. I had one team member in January, and now I have 3 others plus myself. And I really attribute that to just like putting it out there, saying it out loud. I am trying to grow, and whatever happens, happens. So yeah, I would just encourage people to be vulnerable and take that risk and let themselves try,
I think Sprockets is a great example of how to grow a business here, at least in Charleston, or just South Carolina in general. So let me just bring you through like a quick history. So started, our very first office was at the Next Innovation Center in Greenville. We got a $50,000 grant from South Carolina Research Authority. that we then leveraged the Build a Beta program to win the Dig South pitch off, where they put in an additional $150,000 in a convertible note. We then raised from a local angel group, Venture South, that led our pre-seed round. Then we were able to then use that momentum to get to Series Seed, which included regional VCs from places like Atlanta. And then when we raised our Series A, which I think was around 10 million bucks, we were able to raise locally where everyone was able to participate pro rata, but then also in cities like DC, New York City, and San Francisco. So, for us, we rode kind of the track that a lot of people worked really hard to build and lay the foundation for. It's something that I'm really grateful for here in Charleston. And that's, honestly, and, as I talked with my team, that's all mostly based here in Charleston too, is, I think a lot of people are going to be happy by this outcome, but more than anything, beyond customers and anything, it's a win for the region. And I hope that everyone who helped along the way and built the infrastructure for an exit like this could happen, feel good and feel celebrated, because it's just as much their win as my win, certainly. So, I think in my next phase of what I want to do, it's certainly helping with the local business community, AI community, tech community, be an advocate, champion, and a friend whenever people need it. So, as your listeners come in, follow me on LinkedIn, message me. I always want to help a neighbor, just because so many people helped us in our journey build something great here in Charleston.
That's a wrap for this episode of the Lowcountry Revolutionaries. Thanks for joining us as we celebrate the fearless entrepreneurs making wave in Charleston's Chucktown Startups community. I'm Bill Bellot, and it's been an honor to share these inspiring stories with you. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs a spark of low country innovation. Until next time, keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.